Welcome to Unorthodox Logic with Marv. Unorthodox Logic with Marv. Welcome to the show. We are on episode 31. I don't know. I'm about to take what I'm about to do is I'm taking the episode numbers off because the shit that I spit is timeless, and I don't even want to put a timestamp on it. So I won't talk about. Of course, I'll talk about current events. That makes sense to talk about, but I don't want to put episode names on because I don't want people to say, where do I start? You listen to you can start anywhere. Pick up anywhere, and I promise you, you're going to be good. You feel me? So I'm taking all the episode numbers off my shows, and y'all just going to get the name of the episodes, and that's it. Start wherever you want. You feel me? So let's go ahead and first get some church announcements done. Trap Nerd Podcast was at PodCon this past Saturday. The episode is out. We did a live episode from PodCon. It was a nice, enjoyable experience. Shout out to the whole BICP network. Shout out to Matt Johnson. Shout out to the whole team over there. They put on a great thing. First annual one. I'm looking forward to the ones in the future. I feel like Trap Nerd was very unprepared. We were very unprepared. We didn't bring no merchandise, no signs. We was looking like, oh shit, yo. People took advantage of this shit. And whatnot. So we was kind of like, we fucked that up. So hold on. Had to yell at my kids real quick. They upstairs being all loud. I know y'all heard them in the background. So, yes. So yeah, we that's a learning experience. That's something you gotta learn from. I've never been to a convention before or a con or nothing like that, so I didn't know how prepared you were supposed to be in regards or what you were supposed to bring, nothing like that. So, you live and you learn. And shout out to everybody that did come prepared and whatnot and all that stuff. If you don't notice, for those of you that don't watch the video, I shaved my face. So if you're watching the video and you see me keep touching my face, it's because I shaved it, and it's kind of like something I'm trying to get used to. So I just got the chin hair and the mustache going right now and shit like that. So, yeah. Anyway, we got some things we need to talk about. You know what I mean? Make sure you go follow me on all social media networks. Unorthodox Logic with Marv, at Marv Crittenden. Search for me on all social media networks at Marv Crittenden. It will always lead you to everything else. Also, Marv's World Radio is returning. Marv's World Radio is returning. If you are an independent artist or if you know an independent artist or anything of that nature, make sure you get them to send their music to Marv's World Radio at gmail.com. Marv's World Radio at gmail.com. Also, I'm taking drops. If you want to drop me a drop, Marv's World Radio at gmail.com. You got a commercial you need played? Marv's World Radio at gmail.com. If you people are looking to send in questions, if you would like to send in questions, again, I know I said I was going to get us some type of better email, but right now we're going to go with what we got. Unorthodox Logic with Marv at gmail.com. So if you got me on social media, aka Facebook for Unorthodox Logic with Marv, because what it is I don't want y'all to have to follow me on 4 different social media platforms in 4 different accounts. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all I know a lot of y'all care about your little follow count and all that kind of stuff. So what I do is I put the content on YouTube under Marv Crittenden. I'm on Twitter as Marv Crittenden. I'm on Instagram, Facebook as Marv Crittenden. And then also on Facebook, I have Unorthodox Logic with Marv. We got Trap Nerd Podcast, stuff like that. So we're, it's to minimize the amount of, I don't want you to see the same shit in all your timelines, because I know some of y'all like to go through 4 different joints back and forth, and I don't want you to see the same content 4 different times in your timeline. So I'm giving you that. Hey, just go follow the main account at Marv Crittenden, and it'll lead you to wherever you need to go from there. And when I need to share content, I'll share it from Marv Crittenden or from the other platforms to the Marv Crittenden one, so you'll always see everything. So you don't have to worry about missing anything. And I'm not too concerned about having a high follow count on those other pages, because as long as you're on the main page, you'll get everything else. So that's the thing. So make sure you get on the main page at Marv Crittenden, and you'll get everything you need to go from there. All right? So let's get this shit cracking, because we got some stuff we got to talk about. First and foremost, let's talk about diet racism. I know y'all know. I mean, sorry, no. We ain't starting with diet racism. I'm gonna tell y'all about that as a term. We'll talk about that. The mass shootings. There was a couple mass shootings: Dayton, Ohio; El Paso, Texas, where white identity extremists decided to mow down. It combined 22 people, I think 24 people at this point. Some people are still dying at this point. They decided to go out and kill, that many people in total is where that come from. And honestly, it's sad, to be completely honest with y'all, because there's no way to control that kind of behavior. They get an automatic machine gun and automatic rifle, semi-automatic rifle, and just opt to just go ahead and just kill a bunch of people. And I honestly feel like the way the media handles these white identity extremists is a big reason why they continue to go about the way they go about, because they don't get demonized. They get put in infamy. They get romanticized. They get sympathized and empathized and things of that nature. Otherized. They get those because it's just kind of like, we know the issue. They like to say it's mental illness. They like to say it's gun control. Here's the thing. You like to say we need new gun laws, right? The problem is the people that are doing these acts had no plans on following the law. So I never follow the logic in behind saying, hey, the only way to stop this gun violence is to create better gun laws. And I'm just kind of like, they didn't follow the law to begin with. So why exactly will we make more laws for law-abiding citizens to be put at a disadvantage to the lawbreakers? You see what I'm saying? And I get what they're saying. They're saying on a numbers game, if somebody has a semi-automatic gun compared to a pistol, less people die. But y'all also say all lives matter. So if all lives matter, then you really wouldn't want anyone to die, right? A life is a life. So in the UK and over in Europe, they ban guns. People just, stab the fuck out of you. So, you got their stab rates is, quadruple our gun rates over here. So it's a lot more people getting hurt, even with the banning of guns. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you can ban anything you want. You can go ahead and put harsher laws on anything you want. Criminals are going to continue to be criminals. Violent people will continue to be violent people. They will find creative ways to be violent. So saying that if we just, hey, you know what, we're gonna ban all assault rifles and that's gonna stop people from dying. No. What's gonna happen is somebody's gonna just get a pistol, and then you're gonna say let's ban all pistols. Then what's gonna happen is people gonna get knives, and they'll say let's ban all knives. Then people gonna get slingshots, and they'll say let's ban all slingshots. Then people gonna start using their bare hands. Then you're gonna say let's put everybody's hands in cement. So you got to understand, when you come with these laws, I don't like even setting the precedent of let's ban these guns or let's ban these weapons, because once you set the precedent, it always goes too far. And America has that history of doing that. Time after time after time, you see people vote away their rights because they use media fear-mongering is what it's called. They use fear-mongering to the public and say, hey, guys, the reason why this happened is because of assault weapons. If we get rid of assault weapons, this wouldn't happen anymore. And people find other ways to do it. Motherfuckers will start making pipe bombs. People will find a way to create terror. These white identity extremists are not about just killing because they have a love for killing. They're killing with a purpose. They have a reason they want to kill. They have a manifesto was found from this guy. This guy wrote a manifesto on why he killing people. And it's for race purity is all he said. To give y'all a summary of what he's talking about, it was for race purity, meaning he don't like that interracial shit. He don't want immigrants. He don't want none of that. He wants strictly white people breeding with white people. So this man went down and started killing non-whites. So in El Paso, killed non-whites. And I mean, again, they both got some white people died as well, but the primary targets were non-whites in both attacks. So let's call it what it is. It was a racially motivated terrorist attack. Racially motivated terrorist attack. It's that simple. we have to start labeling these people as terrorists, because when you label these people as terrorists, Americans don't stand by terrorists. They don't make terrorists infamous. You don't see all these docuseries. You don't see these movies with Ben Affleck and Zac Efron or whoever the fuck else playing these romanticized murderers. You see what I'm saying? We don't have any Bin Laden movies, no Saddam Hussein movies. We don't have the guys from Al Qaeda movies. We don't have those movies where those killers are being romanticized. So if you label them along the same lines of that, you wouldn't create this infamy for these people. The thing is, we like to treat white men who do terroristic attacks with soft gloves. Those are the only ones who get treated that way. We let these guys rock. We like, look, because they weren't killing white people, then we can go ahead and not label them like this. We can immediately jump to mental illness. And they act like they want to jump to mental illness to protect gun rights, but you don't even have to jump to mental illness to protect gun rights. You can protect gun rights and still say, hey, we have a white identity extremist problem. We have people in this country who feel like the only people who should dominate this country, the only people who should be in power is white people. There's people who believe in race purity. There's people who believe in the fucking 1408, which I did a whole episode on that. You need to go check that out. There's people who believe in that. So because there's people who believe in that, at the end of the day, everyone who's non-white is in serious danger. So you're not going to tell me I need to give up my gun when I know these non-law-abiding citizens are going to continue to be non-law-abiding citizens, are going to continue to plot and prey on people like me. And the moment you put us at a disadvantage, they're going to do it even more. So you're like, oh, you just took away the opportunity for everybody to have guns. Oh, first y'all going to take the assault rifles. When they take the pistols, it's open season now, because what's going to happen is those non-law-abiding citizens that don't live in a congested city, that lives out in the country, they're not going to give up their guns. They're not giving up their fucking guns. Are you kidding me? They're going to be like, fuck out of here. Come get it. And what's happening is, not only are they not going to give up their guns, the police departments are not going to make them give up their guns. You got to understand, the people that grow up in a town, they grow up to be cops too. So they all have that same mentality. You think a small town in fucking Idaho, or a small town in Wisconsin, a small town wherever in East Bum fucking America, you think they really gonna be like, yeah, you know what, the law is the law, y'all need to all give up your guns. They're gonna be like, look, man, we ain't coming to get them, so if you bring your guns down, we gotta follow protocol, bring your guns down if you got them, but we're not coming to your house to get them, because what's gonna happen? Like, you come to my house and see what happened. I got more artillery in this household than the whole police department. Come up in this motherfucker and see what happened. That's what's gonna happen, and they're not about to risk their life for that shit. Especially on the law they don't agree with. They're like, man, and we told them to bring their guns down. We did our part of the job. We told them. We sent multiple letters. We made phone calls. They never did it. And then these motherfuckers know everybody else is at a disadvantage. Law-abiding citizens at a disadvantage. They're like, well, shit, we about to go mow down the whole city. And ain't nobody gonna be able to defend themselves, because everybody's at a disadvantage, because the law-abiding citizens will follow the law. The non-law-abiding citizens will not follow the law. So that's why I'm not for gun control. I'm sorry. I know y'all gonna say, what do you need with an AK-47, or what do you need with an assault rifle? Motherfucker, I got the right to have it. The fuck do you need with 6 cars and you only can drive 1? You have the right to have it. Get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about what I need it for. I got the right to have it. And then they like, well, we need to do mental illness testing just so y'all can label every black person mentally ill. Shit, you grew up in a bad neighborhood, so you might be mentally ill, so we can't give you no gun. Fuck out of here, man. I'm not with that shit, man. I'm not with that. I tell you this, right? Texas and Ohio is open carry states. If they pulled that shit, now listen, what I'm saying is, notice they pulled that shit in particular areas where people are not likely to carry guns. We got to talk in black and white here. Let's talk straight up. Simple fact is, the media has told black people that having guns is a bad thing because bad people do bad things with guns. So black people are the type of people who don't really have guns unless they out here in these streets, or they people like me who know their damn rights and are pro-gun. Other than that, everybody else ain't got no damn gun. My best friends ain't got no guns. You feel what I'm saying? My best friends ain't got no guns. So I keep telling these motherfuckers to go get guns because they playing with me. I talked to my one best friend today, and he said he gonna go get him one. Go get a fucking gun. You feel me? Go get guns, man. I'm telling you, it's not safe out here for us. When you got people making racialized attacks like that, it's not safe for us. So we need to all have guns. I got a couple. Getting more. I'm about to head down to Pennsylvania, make sure my shit tight there. I'm gonna head over to Ohio, make sure my shit tight there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and play. I'm not about to be risking my life I don't even like being out here butt naked, aka without my gun. I don't like going outside without my gun. I don't even be in the house without my gun on me. People like, why you need your gun on you in the house? That's the safest place it can be, is on my hip. I got kids. Now, I'm teaching them gun safety for the T. I got fake guns in the house to make sure I teach them gun safety. I be putting I got a little, I'm going to show you that. I'm going to upload that shit online. Show you how the fake gun I like to leave around the house to make sure my kids understand gun safety. It's a movie gun. I need to spray paint it black, to be honest with you. But that's what I do. I don't play them games. I'm not about to be playing no games. Like, I'm not risking my life for shit. You crazy? You can risk your life and your family. Go ahead, you do that. I tell you one thing, somebody start busting in Walmart, I got mine. Somebody start busting at a fair, I got mine. Because guess what? I'm not a criminal, so I don't plan to commit crime with my weapon. I plan to carry it as my protection. That's my protection for me and my family. Hey, I'm at a block party, motherfuckers want to light the block up, I'm shooting back. I'm driving down the street, somebody want to start busting at my car, I'm busting back. I'm not about to be playing. I'm not taking a chance on my life. Are you kidding? Are you dumb? You don't care about your life that much? You think your life is going to be safer if they tell all law-abiding citizens no more guns? You think these non-law-abiding citizens give a fuck about a law? They might have to come take mine. Fuck out of here, man. I'm not giving them, man. I lost your fucking mind with that goofy shit. Gun, man, no one needs gun. Yes, we do. We need more. Because if everybody in that motherfucking AK-47, man, wouldn't have pulled that shit. If everybody in there had something on him, he might have got one person. He might have got a sister in the parking lot, and that would have been it. Because motherfuckers would have heard that and said, oh, who got that thing with him? Who got that thing with him? You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is evil. That's pure evil. So at the end of the day, I'm not calling that shit mental. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I ain't calling mental illness. That's pure evil. And people like that don't give a fuck about a law. There's no law that's going to stop pure evil. Ever. America has too many guns. They have more guns than people. They have this. And hey, that's just the culture. So you think I'm supposed to put myself at a disadvantage because y'all unhappy about some? No. And you notice I have said all this without saying anything bad about the victims, without showing any insensitivity to the victims, because what happened to those victims is dead fucking wrong. These people ain't deserve to get killed. Are you kidding me? But that man is pure evil. Those men are pure evil. Therefore, I don't feel like, let me tell you like this. I'll give up my guns when I feel safe in America. When I feel safe in America, I'll give up my guns. I promise you. Listen, I promise to God, I will give up my guns the day I feel safe in America. But until then, it can't happen. It can't happen. I can't do it. No. But the greater point of this is what I be talking about when I tell y'all we have to stay on our toes at all times. Because as you can see, racism isn't over despite what you may see online and what people may be saying. Racism is far from over, and what y'all truly need to understand, racism will never be over. Racism will never be over. It won't happen. Racism is so embedded into American culture that there's no way America knows how to thrive without it. It pays too many bills. There's too many bills to be paid. In medicine, you can kill off the one group of people and get their organs and give them to another group of people. That black market exchange gets you money. The medicine you use to kill them gets you money. You feel what I'm saying? That's in medicine. In food, you can give shitty food to the poor, better food to the rich. You can give shitty food in the black communities, better food in the white communities. White community, we can charge them a little more. Black community, we charge them by the volume. School to prison pipeline. Shitty schools in the poor community, get them straight to the prison pipeline. Yo, those black communities, yeah, we can always we have been 100% successful in painting black skin as the enemy to America. Therefore, anything we say they did, we can get a jury. The jury already gonna believe it off the strength that we already did our job. We planted the seeds already, so the jury's gonna believe it. Now we just gotta bring that shit to trial and make it sound logically good, and we sending their ass to jail. We can get 30 years out of this motherfucker. Out of this one community, we probably can get about 5, 6, 7, 800 years of jail time out of each community. I think the golden number might be 1,000 years of jail time out of each community. We can get 1,000 years out of jail time in each community every generation. Shit, we own it something now. And then we charge the state to hold them. We say, look, we'll hold your prisoners, but you got to pay us to hold your prisoners. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Come on, man. There's too much money in racism, even in the movie business. Gucci, here, we need some free promo. The best way to get some free promo, let's piss black people off. Boom. Black people gonna say, boycott Gucci, boycott Gucci, boycott Gucci. Other people like, ain't got shit to do with me. Let me cop that new Gucci chain they just put out. That little keychain they had with the little monkey. Let me cop that, matter of fact. Oh, shit. I don't be around no black people, no way. It's cute. I can just sit this on my shelf. Oh, and might as well grab that purse while I'm there, too. Let me get that. You see what I'm saying? It's too much money made in that. Oh, media ratings go up when you start talking racism. So, that means the price for the commercial prices go up. Come on, man. Listen. Racism is never going to end. I know y'all like to think it's going to get better. And I know you like to say if people stop talking about it, it won't happen and all that old other shit. Man, if y'all don't shut the fuck up with that stupid logic, not talking about it, you need to talk about it more. You need to address it more. You need to address it head on. The hell you gonna not talk about it for? And that takes me into my next part, because I don't want to talk too much about the shooting. We saw what it is. We know how it goes. We know the game. Let's talk about diet racism. Now, this ties into two. This whole thing is going to just be about, race relations or some shit, whatever. I don't know what I'm going to call the episode, whatever. But this ties into this, diet racism. Now, I know y'all, when y'all hear racism, y'all think KKK, Jim Crow, Donald Trump. I know you like to think about that, the extreme versions of it. White supremacists, white identity extremists, things of that nature. Now, when I say diet racism, what I mean is it's like a slightly overt racism. So it's people that they may not want to swing you by a tree, but they still don't see you as equal as them. Like, all right, look, I don't want to kill you, but I ain't trying to be fucking with you like that. Hey, I might not mind working with you. I might even fuck you. But I mean, that was about it. We can't go much past that. I'm not about to help you get better. Like, no. Like, you know what I mean? It's it's like, I guess some people call it mild racism, diet racism. It's more so of like what happened with me in particular. So there was a question asked on Facebook saying, how does cops get the trust of the hood, or some goofy shit? Basically, blame how does the cop get the trust of black people so they can do their job? Basically, is what they're saying. They trying to blame black people because cops can't seem to do their job right. So what I was saying is, well, black people didn't violate the trust of the cops. The cops violated the trust of black people because of the way they treated them. This shit doesn't just stem from, we're not talking about what happened today. We talking about what happened years ago. And the continuous what happened. It's been nothing but hatred from cops. They come into our communities, they treat everybody in the community like a criminal, whether you're a criminal or not. Because to be absolutely honest, in the hood, the criminals are in the minority. The rest of us are rest of us motherfuckers that was in the hood was impoverished. But the actual criminals in the hood were in the minority. But the cops will come out there and beat and batter and harass everybody in the hood. From children to women, adults, elderly, no matter what. They were beating and badgering on everybody. So what I'm saying is, I don't know why I should make that loud ass noise. So what I was essentially saying is, we didn't commit the we didn't break the trust. They broke the trust from us, and we reacted to it. So don't get mad at us for the action that you did. What y'all need to do is come fix it, not us. That's essentially what I said. Little diet racism motherfucker gonna get on there and say, if you don't like the job the cops are doing, then maybe you should be one, or maybe how about you become one instead of complaining about it. To most of you, they're like, that's not a big deal. But here's why it's diet racism. Because it's the complete dismissal of what exactly I said. It's I don't feel sorry for you because you deal with racism, because my life isn't that great either. I don't feel sorry for you. And I'm not the type to ask you to feel sorry for me, because y'all know how I feel about it. Be racist. That's fine. I know how to deal with you. Be a bigot. That's fine. I know how to deal with you. I'd rather know what I'm dealing with than to try and figure this shit out. Make it easy on me. The less thinking I got to do, the better I can focus on more important things. So what I'm saying is, the reason why that's diet racism is because anytime black people try and stand up for themselves, it's a problem. When black people try and pull themselves up by the bootstrap, it's a problem. When black people try and ask for help, it's a problem. When black people demand change, it's a problem. When black people go out and make change for themselves, it's a problem. It is never enough when it comes to these diet racists. They will always find a fucking way to say some shit to try and tear your shit down. And diet racism usually turn on to the full-fledged thing. So that's why diet racism cannot be tolerated whatsoever. So I cleaned his ass up. I wish I had found a thread. I would have just read this shit or put it on the screen for y'all. Cleaned his ass right up, and he backpedaled like a motherfucker. Because I'm like, okay. Based on your logic, I should become a teacher because I don't like the school system. I should become a politician because I don't like the politics. I need to become a cop because I don't like what the police, the relationship between people in the police department in general. In our city, it's not that bad. But in general, go to Buffalo. It ain't good in Buffalo. I promise you that. Go to Buffalo. It ain't good. So now I have to work 3 different career jobs in one lifetime in order to satisfy, or in order for me to not be able to complain. And I told him, I'm a tax-paying citizen. I'm a tax-paying citizen. Why the fuck do I gotta become a cop? Why the fuck do I gotta become a teacher? Why the fuck do I gotta become a politician to display to make a negative remark in regards to a particular scenario? And that was a particular scenario saying the relationship between people and cops. That shit is broken that cops need to fix, not the people. Cops need to fix that relationship because they're the ones who broke it. So that's my whole point. You're not going to sit here and tell me I got to become something or I can't say shit about it and I'm a tax-paying citizen. Kiss my ass. Now, I didn't say kiss my ass. I just eloquently put my examples of basically based on your logic, this was what needs to happen. And his ass started backpedaling. No, I didn't mean it that way. It's just, when you want to see change, you should help be a part of the people who create. How the fuck am I going to create change for cops? I'm not a cop. How the fuck I'm gonna help create change in the school system? I can act as a parent. I can do my job through the school system. As a taxpaying citizen, I can go and make my make demands and whatnot from the cops and from our police departments. As a taxpaying citizen, I can approach these politicians and let them know my gripes and groans and what needs to be done. But I can't go and be all three of them motherfuckers. So that logic of if you don't like something, then you need to go be it so you can change it, that doesn't work. It's black cops out this motherfucker too. It's black cops all around the world. Relationships aren't getting better. The two Buffalo cops that be singing and shit was just on Allen. Relationships aren't getting better because the cops aren't putting the effort to make the relationships better. So people don't trust them because their behavior, their actions is what caused this. More people die in the hands of doctors, nurses, fires, all that shit. You don't hear no fuck the fire department. Because they ain't doing that shit on purpose. You don't hear fuck the fucking EMT. They ain't doing that shit on purpose. They ain't over abusing their power. You don't hear no damn fuck the, well, we could definitely, it's definitely songs about fuck politicians. But the NWA said fuck the police for a reason. And I know not all cops are bad. Well, not all black people are bad. Tell that to the cops. Tell them stop coming in the hood fucking with people. Tell them stop fucking with 13-year-olds, group of 13-year-olds dribbling basketballs on their way to the fucking basketball court. Tell them to stop harassing those kids. How about we try that? It's not our responsibility to fix something that we didn't break. It's that simple. If your kids was running around the house and your youngest child broke a vase, who you gonna go talk to? Your youngest child, or you gonna rope up everybody in that shit, even though you know your youngest child did it? So this mentality of, well, black people is your fault, or you put this upon yourself, or you did this and you did that. You can keep going on with that mentality, but don't get mad how we react. You can go ahead and say what you want, do what you want, and however you want to do it, but don't get mad how we react. It's that simple. So he didn't backpedal his way on, and he trying to, explain. Well, I didn't mean it that way, and I didn't. No. I'm gonna let these people eat your ass up. I'm gonna let them eat your ass. Fuck it. It is what it is. You gotta get ate up because you shouldn't have came out your mouth like that. Shouldn't have came out your mouth like that. That's your fault. It is. It's yours. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Another form of diet racism, NCAA. For those of you that haven't heard, let me get a sip. Voice getting dry. For those of you that haven't heard, the racist ass NCAA, they came out with a new rule. For players that want to test out NBA draft, and they decide to deal with a agent. Before, if you hired an agent, you just couldn't come back to college. Now they letting you hire agents, so you can test out the free agency draft. For the draft, right? So, in order to test out the draft, and you want to hire an agent, they must have a bachelor's degree. They must be registered 3 years with some agents union, and they must take an internal NCAA examination to be qualified, competent enough to be an agent for that for those players. AKA Rich Paul of Clutch Sports, LeBron James' mans, was beating their asses in the agent pool. He has top tier players like LeBron James himself, Anthony Davis, Eric Bledsoe, Ben Simmons, and countless others on his roster. All without that little measly little bachelor's degree, without that exam and without registering with that company. The goal is because this is what the goal is. The goal is for Jay-Z and Rich Paul, in particular Rich Paul, to no longer be able to get top tier clients. Especially, but this is the thing though. This is the thing. This is to slow down the bleeding. I'm sure what's going to happen is these guys are going to just sue the NCAA and see what they can go from there, right? Whatever. But what's going to happen is the top tier guys are going to double down now with a Rich Paul and the Rock Nation Sports. They're like, well, kind of fuck shit they on. They trying to stop the black man? All right, cool. And the guys that's guaranteed to get drafted, they don't need to test out shit. They getting drafted. The Zion Williamsons and things of that nature. Like, I'm getting drafted. Fuck out of here. Boom. I'm signing. Another thing that happens is these guys hire an agent just to go test out the water, find out they may get drafted, fire his ass, and then go with a Clutch Sports or Rock Nation Sports. So there's definitely ways around it, but let's not act like this wasn't specific to block. Like what happens is when you J. Cole said a line, he said, Gucci told me to play the game to change the game, right? So LeBron and them played the game and now they changed the game. And now the game trying to change so they can't change it. Like, you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's like, damn, we get our asses handed to us. So they just like, as a whole unit, we're going to go to the NCAA and say, hey, you better fix this, or we're going to come down on you harsh, or we're not going to deal with you. We're going to fuck up the money. We're going to start telling about more coaches. We're going to ruin the NCAA brand. Talk about the illegal activity that goes on between player agents and coaches. So the NCAA was like, well, what do you want to do? Find a way to block those guys out. And what those guys showed us is you don't need a degree to do that job. We don't need your NCAA competency exam to do that job. We do it well, and we do it better than you. We do it better than all y'all because we're more understanding what these players are going through. We actually give a fuck about the players, and they see we give a fuck, and they do the recruiting for us. Remember, Kyrie just left some big sports agency with the Rock Nation Sports. Kevin Durant is with Rock Nation Sports. Des Bryant was with Rock Nation Sports. Robinson Cano, Rock Nation Sports. Ooh, those big CIAs and CAA and all those guys, they losing lots and lots of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money you're losing, buddy. So, the NCAA had to take action, or they didn't want to ruin their brand. I mean, come on. We already know what this is about. They don't like losing. When they don't like losing, they pick up their ball and take it home. And then go back to the drawing board and come back and say, hey, these are new rules for the game now. Now come beat me. And they're going to lose this game too. It's going to happen. Because they didn't say who has to have a degree. Rich Paul can just be a fucking bridge between he could just go hire a bunch of fresh motherfuckers fresh out of college. Say, yo, y'all got a bachelor's degree? All right, cool. Or not even fresh out of college because a little 3-year rule. You see how it is? Like they make it real. Like, we're gonna get away, get you guys, and all right, and then you guys got to come take our competency test. And all right, well, good luck. Because you know we are. This is the thing about black. This is when remember that nice phrase I like to say. Hey, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps, and then we do it. And not only do we pull ourselves up by our bootstrap, we start doing chin-ups in the gym with our shirts off, with fucking monkeys on our back. And they're like, well, fuck. We didn't think these motherfuckers were going to be able to do that shit. Fuck. Go get a goddamn orangutan. Put it on his back. Matter of fact, give me a silverback gorilla and put it on his fucking back. And then what's going to happen is we're going to tame that silverback gorilla. And silverback gorilla going to start helping us with the chin-ups. That's what's about to happen. Now, they went and got the silverback gorilla to put on our back. And we're going to train the silverback gorilla to just help us with the chin-ups. And they ain't going to know what to do. What's happening is the NCAA was getting fat while everybody else starved. And now that fatness is getting challenged, it's time for y'all to get on Weight Watchers. And, may the best people win. And I'm confident that we are going to win. We always do. They always find ways to set us back, but we always get back and better than ever. Rich Paul, he actually convinced a client named Brazley to take a $1 million internship with New Balance instead of going to college. The NCAA can't have that. You're taking our top talent, telling them not to come to college and go take $1 million, and then they're going to go to the NBA draft? No. We can't have you do that. Are you kidding me? You just gave him a year of rest. He gets elite gym training and elite professional condition, everything. So now he's going to get the best trainers and best workout, best gyms, everything in our New Balance facilities as a $1 million internship. How can you why would you do that to us? He can't keep convincing that many players doing that, can he? How many players are willing to skip 1 year of college for $1 million? How many players are willing to do that? I'll tell you this. Most of them. Ben Simmons got $600,000. James Harden got like $400,000. Telling me $1 million to not even go have to play at that motherfucker? Sign me the fuck up. Sign me up. ASAP. So the NCAA is scrambling, trying to figure out what they want to do. We're going to see. We will see. But all right, man, it's time for me to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all all tuning in. I love it. Please continue to share. I love it that y'all sharing, man. I love that people are responding. Stop responding to me in private, man. Say it publicly. What the hell wrong with y'all? Y'all scared to show y'all support? I don't understand it. Man, shout out to Benny, the Butcher, Westside Gun, Conway. They out here doing their thing, putting on for the 716, putting on for Buffalo. I'm not from Buffalo, but that's close to home. I love seeing what they doing. Benny and Westside got management deals with Rock Nation. Conway getting ready to drop his album. Got a feature with Eminem. Boys is working. It's never too late, man. These dudes in their mid-30s doing their damn thing, fresh into the game. They just getting started. Ooh. It's ugly for people. But, hey, man, if that don't convince you to work, I don't know what else will. Now motherfuckers can't say you just a local rapper because, I'm just a local rapper. Listen, Benny and him was talking about you just a Buffalo rapper is what people used to say to him. You just a rapper in Buffalo. You just a Buffalo rapper. And now he worldwide with it. Man, listen. He got songs with Push, Black Thought, Kiss, your favorites. He got songs with your favorite lyricists. Come on, man. There's nothing else to talk about. If that don't motivate you, I don't know what it is. But what I do know is, like we said before, I'm coming back to the music game, but as an executive. We need more executives in the game. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be the talent. Who's the executives? Me. I'm coming in as an executive. I'm about to build a team up. We about to get shit rocking. You hear me? Rocking. Unorthodox Logic with Marv, man. I love it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Always send feedback. Thank you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, family. I really, really do, man. I truly appreciate people that hit me up and say, yo, thank you for saying this. And, yo, I heard you join. I love it when y'all hit me up. I like it better if you say it publicly. You know what I mean? But at least continue to share. Continue to like, whatever you want to do. You know, I don't want to put no pressure on you. No pressure. Because I do appreciate the support. But continue to spread the message, continue to spread love. Peace, man. Until next time.